Previously on Skyblock Survival with Andrew and Jerox. Hello everybody, I am Andrew and I'm back for more Skyblock on the Advancius server. In the previous episode, we made 3 of these Vixus plants from the Imbara arc of Clone Wars, and they're very scary and they're very loud, so I'm gonna fly above them. But the first thing we need to do is remove part of this bridge, because Jerox is going to have some stairway going from the end of this quartz up to here, and then I might have to lower this other section of the bridge. But I have a little bit of TNT. I only want to use one at a time because I don't want to damage his base, and I want to make it a controlled explosion, so I'm going to do this. How'd that not work? Isn't TNT supposed to blow stuff up? How did that happen? Alright, fine. We won't break it with TNT. We'll break it with this axe. So, I was looking through shop at all the different farm items you can get, and it seems like you can get the most money from selling cactus. Cactus is slow, but if you grow it in bulk, you can get a lot of it. You only get 5 from sugarcane, you only get 14 from netherwort, and you can't do it automatically. You can't do pumpkin wheat automatically, and those are also very slow. And everything else is very slow. We can't do kelp because we're in the nether, so we can't do that. So I might make a cactus farm, but I might have to do a replay mod of making it, and I need to buy more granite. Why granite? Because we're doing that in the style of our base, and we might make it next to the chicken shop. So we're gonna buy a stack of cactus as well and turn this into polished granite and make a 13 by 13 square. But I need to go to replay mod, otherwise I'm just gonna sit here and count out loud, and I don't think you want to hear me count out loud. So I'll be back. this is one module of the cactus farm. I might build a second one right here, so you'll have 6 rows, and I think there's 13 on each of these, so there's 69, and then times 2 you'll have 120, 138. So if I build another one of these, you'll have 138 cactus, so you should be able to get a lot more, a lot faster. And then I might have a hopper chain going to here and end up just selling them. I was going to make a smelting system and make green dye, but then I saw you can't sell the dye back, so I might just end up having the second module of cactus and sell all of that. And so you should get a lot from that, and then we can always make a third module over here if we really want to, and then keep building the Mustafar mining facility. But I'm gonna build that off camera just because it takes a long time to place the cactus, the fences, and all of the glass, so I will be back. So I did have about 15 hopper minecarts on here, but I reduced it down to 1, actually 2. So we've got like a little mini bamboo farm here, just to throw back to earlier seasons. And we've got 1 hopper minecart going directly to the bamboo, but then we've got 1 hopper minecart going on a very long path all the way under the cactus. And there's only 1 block between the bottom of the glass and the top of the hopper cart, so if anything falls on there, like we want all this sand, well, actually it takes a while to get back, so it'll eventually get back to here. I pick up the sand and take it through this hopper chain over to here, and we have another auto collect chest. But I went and bought 1 auto cell chest, and I need 1 more hopper because I used the last of the normal hoppers I used. And in here we have a lot of cactus and bamboo and a few other things I need to sell back. But I think it's time to start selling the cactus. But I left this roof exposed just because I'm gonna leave this roof exposed right now just because at some point I might go back and add more cactus, and I need to add 1 more row of fences between this line, so I'll do that. But we're going to add the auto cell chest to this hopper. No, that's not adding it to the hopper. I don't want to lose the auto cell chest because I don't have enough gems. I just went and did a dungeon event so I could get more. No, broke the auto cell chest. I guess I'll have to go get another one. I'll have to go do dungeons for 5 minutes to go get some gems. Oh my goodness, I missed a harvest event. There's a harvest event going on right now. Oh well, that's unfortunate. But we can buy another auto cell chest and make it go right to this chest. And now it's selling everything and moving the rest of the product down. So now we can make money off of the cactus farm. Except I need to finish filling in this wall so that we don't lose any of the cactus, because they can still land on the side of this platform. Now somebody's going to say, Andrew, who are you talking to? And I'm going to say to them, I am recording a video. Yes, but why are you talking so much? Because I'm recording a video and I needed to do a talking segment, and it was critically important that I explain everything I do, because I assume that nobody knows what I'm doing because you can't read my mind. For whoever made it this far into the video, got 2 more stacks of orange glass. And I said this a couple minutes ago, but I'm not gonna put glass over this because I might make it 1 or 2 more layers higher of cactus at some point when I decide we need 2 more giant rows of cactus. Yeah, fill in this side. Cactus are pretty cool. So last year we actually went to Arizona in the United States, and there was a cactus near Phoenix called a Saguaro cactus, which was a big heavy cactus that I'll show a picture of. And there's also a little prickly pear cactus in Sedona. The one in Sedona looked like green Mickey Mouse ears, but with spikes on it. And actually had a couple of flavored drinks with it, but I didn't get a chance to try any. Why is this here? No. Why is that there? That was a pretty area. And that's also, we went on that safari Jeep tour. But everything should be breaking and selling by now. Between this farm, that farm, this farm, and then kind of the mini bamboo farm. Except something that this is missing is, let's see, I need to do that and do a shop, and you buy another little bit of redstone. Boom, 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 boom. And you buy some note blocks. And I did a video about all the different note block sounds. You do that, and that, and that, and that. Oh. So I had only just missed the pistons, but we're gonna have gold block for a bell and an iron block for an iron xylophone, and a pumpkin for something called a didgeridoo, and then hay bale for a banjo, and then ice. That's supposed to be chimes, but I guess not. And then I think that's some kind of bell, and we'll have another gold block and another iron block. And there we go, we got a little throwback to all the different seasons of Minecraft been in, with a little wheat farm, not wheat farm, bamboo farm, and cactus farm. And I guess we'll get some money, and I'll leave it here for a while. I'm not quite sure what our total income is from this cactus and little mini bamboo farm is, because I looked at the auto cell chest, and one of the auto cells was $50, and one of the auto cells was a couple $1,000s. So it takes about 18 minutes for each of the cactus to grow. So it's kind of a random tick sort of thing. So you might have a bunch of cactus grow and break all at once, and you might have a bunch of individual ones over a long period of time. But that's the way it happens. We might get $50 or might get a few $1,000s, because this is about 70 here, and I think this is 69 here. So we have 139 cactus, or that's what I believe, if I did my math correctly. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but it should be 139. And I'll probably have another row above here, and it'll be another 70 cactus. So then it'll really be like 200 something. And then I can add a third row up here, and it'd be like 270 or something. And then I can always add another row up here, and another row up here. And at some point, I'm probably going to move the villagers and silverfish that are in this spawner to over here, and it'll be in a much wider farm, kind of like how Xerox has it. It's a lot more spread out, and it's not so condensed and compact, and it might work out better. But I also need to, in between clips, we've extended beyond this build pad right here. So I'm going to have to build like this, but come out right here, so the pad will be almost twice as large. I can have a whole another section of this base here. And that's about it for now. I'm going to add more bamboo in between episodes because it takes too long. I really don't want to place more right now because it's very time consuming. But you can go back and watch the replay mod in case you missed it. There's actually 3 rail carts on here. I have a split right here, so one rail cart goes around this side, and then one rail cart goes around this side, and there's one rail cart going to and from this bamboo farm. And that's about it. I don't want to make the bamboo farm too big because there's a piston limit, and I don't want to exceed that accidentally by making it too large. But I'm going to move on to what's next. Oh dear, this isn't good. This isn't good. California James and I are both doing a harvest event, and we're going to run into each other. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's not good. No. No, 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 no. Uh-oh. He's not going to be happy about that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. Well, he's going somewhere else, and he broke his minecart. Anyway, I'm going to carry on with the harvest. So, I got 2 more sponges from that harvest event, and another event that I did earlier. It might have been a farm event earlier. But I think this is everything I'm going to do for today. I'll go back and make more cactus layers. We'll have even more cactus. And at some point, we still haven't done this yet. We still haven't had this meeting over in the conference room, whether it's about the island or the nether spawn. But Xerox and I are going to have to have a little discussion about that. I do like this Vixus plant that I have, and this is, oh, look, there's zombie pigments. That's cool. I'm gonna leave them alone. I don't want to bother them, but I'll consult with Xerox and we'll decide what to do here. There's supposed to be some plants that are on a bar. They had some black plants, although they might have had some enemy soldiers wearing black pants, but these are black plants with some red stems that were on there, and then the little shulk sensors just to give them a wakey, wavy, glowy thing. But anyway, I'm gonna go for now and play the Lava Chicken song one more time as we end this episode. Maybe we'll come back with Jaws at some point, but I'm gonna let you go. But anyway, This is a lava chicken. Steve's lava chicken is so hot, mamacita. You're having a lava attack. I need to say this really quick before I end the episode, but I just wanted to thank Quinn and Monkey Boys and Casual Dolphin for doing such an excellent job on the server, and there's lots of other people running it that I don't know their names to. We can always go back to Hub sometime and read off their names and thank them. But they've got people in charge of building, they've got people in charge of moderators to make sure, there's no language. I got help from somebody on the minecarts last night, because I actually had too many minecarts, and so it was creating lag, but then I changed it down to 3, see, now I only have $22 of auto chests, but I also haven't been standing here very long, so the chunks weren't loaded. But I'm gonna let you go, and you enjoy your evening. Anyway, good night to you.